Hey! Hi, everybody. Everybody staying warm? I don't know about you, but I've been dreaming of like hot mulled cider or something on a day like this. Summer is definitely over in Kansas. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming out. I think we have a lot of artists in the room. Think about all the creativity that is in this room, just bursting and ready to be set free. It's pretty amazing. I am Carol Smith. I'm the Dean of KU Libraries, and I would love to welcome you to the 15th annual LibArt recognition ceremony. This is one of my two favorite events of the year. The other event being, if you've never been to it, I'm going to give a plug for it right now, the Snyder Book Collecting Contest. If you haven't been, put that on your calendar. That one also is very student focused, so do check it out. Also a very good sign when we have to bring in more chairs. This event is getting more and more popular by the year. A little bit later in the ceremony, you're going to hear about just how popular LibArt is becoming. The numbers are incredible and fantastic. Before we get started, I wanted to share a little story with you about how I learned that LibArt season was kicking up into full gear. Okay, and I don't know, Rebecca, you can tell me, was this like a couple of months ago when things started showing up on the walls? August, yeah. So there was a morning in August where I got to Watson Library early. The library hadn't opened yet. I hadn't had my third cup of coffee. I was up on the 5th floor. For some reason, I had to come down to the 4th floor. I was walking down the stairs slowly, groggy, probably looking at my phone, which I don't recommend. I did break one phone screen on the front steps of Watson doing that. But anyway, I was descending from the 5th floor to the 4th floor. And when I got to the landing, I just looked up because I was about to turn direction. And I was startled by this huge, large portrait on the wall in front of me. And you can go see it on the 4th floor, one floor up from where we are today. And is Sam Hale in the room by any chance? Sam, can you stand up? Yeah, you're how I learned that LibArt season was starting up. So I look up and I am totally startled by this large portrait of a woman who at first I thought she was glaring at me. Now, have since come to realize, no, Jamie is lost in reflection. But I went, what? And then I realized LibArt season had started. And I need to tell you, since August, every time I pass, I look up at Jamie, and you can tell Jamie this, unless Jamie's in the room. I look up at Jamie, and I'm like, well, what'd you think of that meeting? Or how do you think the day's going? How do you think that flew? So I feel like Jamie and I have a connection. Maybe she's judging me, I'm not quite sure. But anyway, that speaks, I think, to the power of art, that one piece of art can be so arresting and can have such an impact on you. And what is incredible about this event is how it grows year to year. Again, I really want to share stats with you, but I'm going to leave it to Rebecca. But I will say, I think we're going to run out of walls pretty soon. We might need to like expand a library, build another library. I don't know. Anyway, okay, let's get things rolling. To all of our artists in the room today and out there, I do want to thank you for sharing your creativity with us, and we're so excited that you could be here today. There are 260 pieces of artwork from students across 51 different academic disciplines making up this year's show, okay? That is a lot of creativity at KU. Artists include not only KU's talented art and design students, but also students majoring in mathematics, in computer science, physical education, mechanical engineering, journalism, social work, and more. Your art hangs here in Watson, but it is also in Anschutz Library, Murphy Art and Architecture Library, Spencer Research Library, and the Gorton Music and Dance Library. You might not have known that KU had so many libraries. Go check them all out. Thousands of people who are using the libraries every day are seeing your LibArt pieces. They are pondering and reflecting and making discoveries amidst that art, and all the colors and shapes and textures that help illustrate and enhance the spirit of community that libraries embody. Your work brightens our spaces. Thank you for that. They make us think, they make us feel, they make us imagine new possibilities, and art is entirely and perfectly at home in libraries where we are constantly creating, leaning into curiosity, and coming together to be inspired. The LibArt program, this program, truly represents libraries at their very best. We are community platforms that bring people together. We are multidisciplinary places for the exchange of ideas and the appreciation of many points of view, and you have contributed to that. So I want to introduce and say thank you to a group of KU Libraries employees who plan and attend all of the work of the LibArt program year-round. It is an immense amount of work. It is a labor of love for them, and I would ask that they stand to be recognized as I call their name, or if they are already standing, since we are a standing room only crowd, to come forward and be recognized. So first, a big shout out and thank you to Rebecca Schroeder, who is the chair of the LibArt Committee and operations manager of the Murphy Art and Architecture Library. You will be hearing from Rebecca in just a little while. Would also like to thank Nikki Perch, our KU Libraries art director extraordinaire. MC Max, circulation business specialist, thank you for serving on the committee. Brooke Harris, executive associate to the dean, come on up. And Morgan Smith, Anschutz Library Manager. Thank you, Morgan. And finally, rounding out the committee, Caitlin McGrath, our General Collections Conservator and Preservation Coordinator. Thank you to all of them. Tremendous amount of work, and this program would simply not be possible without all of your energy and time and devotion. I also want to give a heartfelt thank you to Michael and Catherine Hughes. They cannot be with us today, but I want you to know that they are very special donors to KU Libraries, as well as members of the KU Libraries Board of Advocates. Their philanthropic support of the LibArt program has allowed us to grow the program and to extend its reach to more artists and more students than ever across campus. So it is now my distinct pleasure to welcome Rebecca to the podium to introduce our judges and the LibArt Awards.
Hello. Thank you, Carol, for that very gracious welcome. I do want to say that there's no way that I could do this without the LibArt committee. It took us 3 hours to sort through all of your submissions this year. It was a great thing to have to do and take the time to do, but we had a really good time looking through submissions. Carol said we had a record number of submissions. Last year we had 161 submissions. This year we had 341 submissions, which is a 111% increase, which is a nice problem to have, but you'll see things are starting to double up all over the place, and we're adding track on the 4th floor of Watson, and we're finding new places to hang your art pieces. So keep submitting, we'll find places to show them. Let's see. Each of the LibArt committee members are going to present an award in a specific category, so they will come up as I call them up, and they will hand out the honorable mention and best in category for each category. And then we have a couple special awards to hand out after those are done. If you do receive an award today, we would ask if you can stay at the end of the ceremony for a little bit to do some photographs and get some packets of paperwork we need you to fill out, and if you want to get your money, so please stay. But I'm going to start with the Video and Animation Awards. So Michael Brock was our judge. Michael is a KU graduate from the School of Journalism, currently serving as a digital signage engineer for KUIT. Michael manages and supports approximately 250 digital displays across the university's main campus. Outside of work, Michael enjoys spending quality time at home with his wife, daughter, and dog, exploring creative DIY projects. So our honorable mention, goes to Molly Stover Brown. If Molly's here. Would you mind saying a word or two about your piece?
When I found myself with a foot injury and sitting down, I continued to dance, and I found myself connected to the history of women sitting in chairs, yearning for something better than what they've been given. So I kind of created that piece, and I urge you to watch the full thing to get the full picture.
So the best in category goes to Caitlin Kraft for Stage Fright. There we go. And actually, Molly, I have the judges' comments for your piece. Let me read them. Hold on. This was a beautifully choreographed piece. The costuming and music worked perfectly with the setting. I appreciate the mixture of first and third person views in the production. One idea that I had after watching the piece the second time would be to mix colorization and the first person views. Since it was a different camera, and I think expanding on that view and colorizing or taking those shots black and white would add even more impact. The juxtaposition of how the women in the piece sees the world versus how the world views her. I look forward to seeing your continuation. Then for Stage Fright, for Caitlin. This is a fantastic piece with clean animation that is well timed with the music and voiceovers. This piece is indicative of someone who understands storytelling and how timing plays a critical role in delivery. All audio is crisp and the background sound effects are harmonious and additive to the story. The credits are well executed. I love the vignettes of the mother-daughter duo together with through various life events and milestones. So there you go.
I will say this is one of my favorite pieces to ever do for my bachelor's, just in a sense that it helped me collaborate with like other students on campus, film students, theater. I had voice actors, my friend did the music, and I also recorded some of this in the sound booths over here in the library, so that was really fun to do.
Thank you. Thank you. Next we have. Oh, okay. Next we have digital graphic design. Our honorable mention. Oh wait, there it goes. Oh, did it start?
Slowly advancing. So you're good. Just
It's not going to keep going, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So whenever you're ready.
Okay. Digital graphic design. Honorable mention goes to Tracy Fan for Midnight Lotus. Tracy Fan. The judge was Patrick Giroux. He's an art director. He's currently working as the senior art director for KU Marketing. He said the illustration is fun and fantastical. This is nice shading and lighting applied to the coloring. The luminous glow from the small moon orb sets the framing of where to look in the composition. Yeah. You want to say something?
Yeah. I would actually like to thank my manager, Caitlin McGrath, first, because she's the one who got me into submitting my artwork here. And she also helped me print it out and mount it, which I freaked out when I found out how to do that. But yeah, this piece was inspired by like a lot of Chinese elements, and I'm also Chinese, so it feels great knowing that I can share this culture with you guys. Thank you.
So best in category goes to Miss America, number 10 of 37 by Ophelia Ireton. Oh, there you go. So the judge says, the digital illustration reminded me of an essay from the Common Book of John Green. Green talks about the scene in The Great Gatsby where the narrator sits in thought about aesthetic contemplation. Ayrton's submission of an implied series layers multiple portraits of beauty contestants until they lose most of their identifiable characteristics, save for the tiaras at the top of a large head of hair. It is the solarized coloring of a heat map, and you can see the gridded overlay of multiple faces. It leaves me wanting to see more iterations of the series. There you go.
Yeah, so the piece is mostly about performance of gender and trying to find yourself and the infinite journey that it takes you on. Thank you.
All right. I think I stopped. Okay. Nikki Perch, if you want to come up and do photography and drawing categories, please.
I know, I'm not going to because I want you to go over there. All right. So I have the privilege of doing photography. It'll go. Okay. And the judge was Molly Adams. Molly Adams is a photographer and works as a photojournalist for the Lawrence Times, where she has been recognized by the Kansas Press Association, earning 2nd and 3rd place for Photographer of the Year. So our honorable mention is Echo Chamber by Zara Hang, and I'm sorry if I said Zara wrong. So the judge said that the ability to see the image in your mind and have the patience to line up the shot and wait for the elements to realize is an important skill for a photographer. The student waiting for the bubble to line up with the cathedral shows this skill. So, oops, sorry. Thank you. Congratulations. Would you like to say something?
Thank you.
Right, and best in category goes to Mirror by Isabella Johnson. And the judge said there is so much happening in this photo. It's a busy, loud setting, buzzing with movement. The sequins look like splashing water. The women are in a backstage in-between moment the viewers rarely see. The framing anonymizes the performers in a way that makes them feel more unified and relatable. The photo feels like it could have been created at any point in the past 50 years. But the outstretched arm holding a cell phone positions it into the present. The framing could almost feel haphazard, like an accidental image, except the photographer recognized the energy of the moment and was able to find that perfect balance of intentionality. Isabella, are you here? Okay, well, let's congratulate Isabella. All right, and then I also have drawing, if it'll do its thing. And the judge for this was Marissa Schell. Marissa Schell was born in New York City, where she lived and worked prior to moving to the Kansas City area to pursue her MFA at KU. She's a former studio fellow at the Charlotte Street Foundation in Kansas City and a studio resident at Interurban Art House in Overland Park. And so the honorable mention for this category is Homesick by Jessica Grubenoff. judge had this to say about Homesick. Thought the contrast, perspective, and composition mark making were all very strong. I also thought the statement was personal and substantial, helping to draw the viewer into the narrative of the drawing. If you'd like to say something.
Well, thank you so much. I had the opportunity to make this piece while I was abroad in Italy, and I'm so glad to be able to bring that experience back to KU.
All right, and best in category goes to Hope Crane, Remembering Space. Oh, are you here? The judge had this to say about Remembering Space. The drawing reveals the artist's willingness to experiment and take risks, building complex compositions through their unique process of layering and overlapping facades. They not only demonstrate the artist's superior technical prowess through a rich series of mark making and their clear understanding of perspective, but also evoke a sense of feeling being lost and found as the viewer's eye navigates both simple and complex parts of the drawing, just as one would navigate a place they are visiting for the first time. So congratulations to Hope. And then I'm gonna turn this over to my colleague Caitlin so she can do the next one.
Okay. I am presenting the next category, which is painting. Let's see if just over there it's going. Okay. Okay, so the judge for this category was Blanca Herrada. Blanca Herrada is a queer Mexican-American artist and activist living and working in Lawrence, Kansas. Blanca creates oil paintings often fused with mixed media to create contemporary pieces that combine traditional and modern methods. Blanca thrives when working within the intersections of art and activism and is passionate about her community. She has served as the exhibitions coordinator at the Lawrence Arts Center since 2021. All right, so now the honorable mention is A Knowing Smile by Meredith Kucera. So the judge's statement, this piece was chosen as honorable mention because of the soft and gentle approach to the material. The artist's colors and textures complement each other well. The work also highlights the importance of the subject to the written statement.
Thank you so much. This was a piece actually done from a reference photo of my grandma. She actually ended up passing away this summer after I had submitted this for the contest. But one thing I told her before she passed was that her smile was gonna hang up all over campus. So that was great. So just thank you for having this competition. It was great. Thanks.
And then the best in category is Jamie by Sam Hale. The judge's comments are this piece was chosen as the best in category because it contains a nice composition and a high level of detail. The details found within the cushion, arms, and hands demonstrate an understanding of the material and provide a moody yet soft aspect to the work that feels genuine and purposeful. Congratulations.
I just wanted to thank my boss, Rebecca. She has been a huge help in figuring out how to be proud of my work, I guess. She's been a huge support, and I am very impressed with this organization that she has put on.
Okay. So the next category is fabric and textiles. The judge for this category is Lisa Shockley. Lisa is the curator of collections at the Museum of Kansas City. She specializes in clothing and textiles, and she has a particular interest in the social history of the late 19th and 20th century. Along with the Museum of Kansas City, Lisa works at the National Lisa worked at the National Museum of Toys and Miniatures, the Historic Garment District Museum, the UFDC Doll Museum, and for the federal government in historic records management. She has also been an official scholar and researcher at the National Music Museum, the British Museum, the Victoria and Albert Museum, and the Ashmolean Museum at Oxford University. So, the honorable mention is A Pair of Koi by Dominic Chiu. So the judge's comments on this work read, the simplicity of this piece, the subtle color and soothing fish gives the viewer a sense of calm and serenity. A work doesn't need to be complicated to elicit an emotional, introspective response. Remember the childlike wonder of watching koi in a pond and begging an adult for money to buy food to feed the fish. So.
Thank you, everyone, and I'd like to thank Ann Jordan, the professor here at KU. She taught me a lot on how to do this stuff.
The best in category is Triptych by Avery Qualseth. The judge's comments on this piece read that this piece immediately invites and entices the viewer in. Each new viewing draws the eye to a different piece in the visual quilt. The friendly colors and pattern reminiscent of an old-fashioned log cabin quilt provide a sense of comfort, safety, and home.
I'd like to thank my instructors and my grandmas for teaching me how to do this quilting and sewing and crochet, be able to share it all with you.
Okay, and now I would like to call Brooke up to announce the next winners.
So I have the privilege of announcing the mixed media. Our judge for mixed media was Alicia Kelly. Alicia is a printmaking and paper arts instructor at the Lawrence Arts Center and a cultural arts commissioner for the city of Lawrence. She's an active member of the Paper Artists Collective and Guild of American Paper Cutters and works out of her home studio here in Lawrence, Kansas. So for honorable mention, we have Forbidden Fruit by Lily Huey. The judge had to say, embedded and emotionally driven, this piece keeps the viewer asking questions while creating a larger conversation. The use of collage layers mixed with deep symbolism evokes the hidden truth of our current moment in history.
I made this piece right after the overturn of Roe v. Wade, so it's kind of an emotional expression on my part. You can read more into that as you choose.
And then for best in category, we have The Boy Who Loved the Sun by Guinevere Bowie. The Boy Who Loved the Sun was chosen as best in category due to its attention to detail, imaginative use of 2D materials, and overall balance and flow of the work. This piece is a beautiful example of taking an accessible material, such as cardboard, and pushing the limit on what can be achieved with a two-dimensional space. Detailed brushstrokes, color choice, and asymmetrical balance give the illusion of an overall movement within a static space.
I'm not an acrylic painter. I'm very into watercolor, so this piece was very new for me. Icarus is one of those few myths that I've leaned into for a long time when it comes to inspiration for art. So this was kind of just it coming to fruition when I didn't want to do other art class assignments.
And then next up we have ceramics. Our judge for ceramics was Tate Owens. Tate teaches art courses and is the Fine Arts Department Chair at Rockhurst High School in Kansas City, Missouri. He is from Western Kansas with an art education degree from Emporia State University and a graduate degree in visual art education from the University of Kansas. Rock Chalk. So for our honorable mention, we have Pulled Back by by Logan Fixon. This piece was selected due to excellent depiction of human anatomy and the exploration and the realities of life. Congratulations. Would you like to share a few things?
Thank you so much. This actually came from when I was in AP Art, and I learned a lot of this stuff from my AP Art teacher in high school, so thank you, Miss Wilkins. I'd also like to thank Rebecca, my boss, for encouraging me to keep submitting art, so thank you a lot.
And then for best in category, we have Wildflower Bowls by Briley Hogan. Excellent wheel pottery skills are shown, as well as glazing techniques, a very nice color scheme, and a beautiful set of bowls that will be used for years to come.
Thank you very much.
And then I'd like to call up my next colleague, Mac, please.
Hey, everybody. I have the privilege of presenting the award for printmaking today. Our judges for this category, we had two, were Samantha Mendoza and Andy Back. Samantha is a visual artist based in Kansas City, Missouri, working in traditional print media, primarily in the form of relief. She constructs narrative imagery that blends self-inquiry with observational storytelling. Samantha is a co-founder of Twin Hound Print Shop, located in the West Bottoms of Kansas City, Missouri, and is currently serving as a visiting artist professor at Southern Oregon University. And Andy Back has been with KU Libraries since 2011. She oversees collections supporting the curricular needs in art, art history, design, architecture, and urban planning, providing in-depth research consultations and advanced information literacy workshops. And first up, for our honorable mention, we have Velma Jean by Maya Sabatini. The judge said that Velma Jean was chosen for its atmospheric scenes, skillfully employing a range of lines to create varied tones, textures, and a sense of movement.
Yeah, this piece is inspired by growing up in Kansas, and also the art of Brad Sneed, who's a local illustrator, and yeah, that's really all I got. Thank you.
And then best in category goes to Peaceful Afternoon by Natalie Slutsky. The judges' comments are, I found this piece to be a testament to the artist's attention to detail and craft. The labor, precision, color scheme, and composition make it a solid design. These characteristics also work together effectively to convey a specific moment in time.
Thanks, everyone. This is a big shock to me, I guess. Yeah, we have incredible teachers at KU, and yeah, I couldn't have done it without them. Thank you.
And then I'm pleased to present our next presenter, Morgan Smith.
Hello, I will be presenting the metalsmithing category. Our judge was Louise Partain. Louise is a co-owner and instructor at Alloy, a metalsmith community in Kansas City. Her jewelry brand is Delicate Hammer Studio. Louise is an alum of KU, receiving her BFA in metalsmithing. Her current work explores our connections to nature and the importance of finding the present moment. She forages for organic objects while on walks with her dogs, in her home garden, and whenever she travels. And the best in category is Flower Eye Spider by Grace Billman. Our judges' comments about this piece were whimsical imagery, thoughtful construction, and fine attention to detail make this piece truly stand out. The artist treated copper with the same care and reverence often reserved for gold, achieving a result that feels both refined and effortless.
Thank you so much. This was my first time creating a housing for enamel, so this is really special. It also is a piece of many to help re-spark my childhood imagination, so thank you so much.
And I will welcome Carol back up if you would like to.
Yeah. First, I'm noticing the uplighting. I love it, and I love how it illuminates this selection. It's just so, I've been sitting over there just admiring it, so super striking. So I have the great pleasure of announcing the winner of a new award, which is called the Dean's Choice Award, which, as you might guess, means I get to select the piece. I appreciate art. I visit museums quite often. I know when a piece strikes me. I've never been asked to say why. And so when the committee reached out to me with this new award, they asked if I could submit a few sentences about my selection. And you've been hearing some of these from the judges. I need to say this was a new experience for me, and that's one of the wonderful things about being alive is you keep learning. This was a learning experience for me. So the Dean's Choice Award it has the goal of encouraging students to explore and engage with KU libraries. It is open to works submitted by first-time LibArt participants. They will be eligible for this award chosen by me. And I just need to say, as a new experience, this was really thought-provoking, not easy, but illuminating and a lot of fun. So the Dean's Choice Award goes to Two Girls Sitting by Gia Washburn. Is Gia with us? Oh no! She did? On the next page? Well, that I don't have. Well, can I read my statement first, since I was the judge? Yeah, so this is what I wrote after much reflection about why this piece struck me. Two Girls Sitting captures the eye first with color. Saturated textiles and bright garments sing against the soft earth tones beneath the girls' feet. It then holds one's attention with its elegant depth, layering foreground, midground, and background into a rich sense of lived place. The composition quietly transported me to a far corner of the world, while also bringing it closer with an inviting, intimate human connection that bridges the distance. It is both a timely and highly moving image, clearly rendered with care and complexity, conveying a moment of dignity and warmth amidst a larger, wrenching story. So yeah, I can't wait to do this again next year. So we do have a statement from Gia, who was unable to be with us today. Gia says, I would like to thank the Dean for selecting my photograph for the Dean's Choice Award. The photo was taken in Mae Hong Son, Thailand. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, and shows two girls from the Kayen tribe, also known as the Long Neck tribe. I'm very grateful to have my work recognized and included in the exhibit. So thank you, Gia. And we have one more award. And this is the Michael and Catherine Hughes Award. I mentioned them earlier as significant donors of this event. They are unable to be with us today, but the Michael and Catherine Hughes Award is named in their honor, whose generosity helps fund the continuation of the LibArt program. The Hughes Award recognizes works that celebrate KU and the student experience, and they make the selection. And they selected Late Night by Mary Beth Smith. Anyone want to say a few words about your piece?
Thank you. Do you want to
read the Hughes statement.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Okay. So this is what the Hughes, Michael and Catherine had to say about Late Night. It was very difficult for us to choose a winner from among the 11 different entrants that you sent us. Several pieces did an excellent job of celebrating KU and the student experience. However, there was one piece that we kept going back to that seemed to speak to us. Both Catherine and I looked at each of the pieces separately from each other and read all of the artist's statements. The one that we were truly impressed with, the artistry, attention to detail, and the very touching artist statement is the one entitled Late Night by Mary Beth Smith. So to make it official, our favorite piece is Late Night by Mary Beth Smith. So yeah, congratulations again.
We also added another award this year, the Common Work of LibArt, to go along with the Common Book. I'd like to invite the Common Book librarian up here, Sam Greason, to present the award.
Hi everyone. So this is a new award. This award was established to highlight artistic connections with our KU Reads Common Book each year. And our KU Reads Common Book this year is The Anthropocene Reviewed by John Green. And so in this book, John Green kind of explores humanity and our impact on the world around us. And so the judges for this award were myself and also Amanda Schlumberger, our faculty and community engagement librarian. And so for this award, we were really looking for things that connected with those themes. So the winner of this award is Sam Hale's Roots. So I'll read a few of the judges' comments. Roots is both visually striking and thought-provoking through the visual symbolism of roots, illustrating how shared experiences become threads in the larger fabric of human life and emphasizing our collective shared experience. This piece inspires meaningful reflection on the power of connection and is a wonderful selection for the inaugural Common Work of LibArt.
I just wanted to say thank you. This is actually like my mom's favorite painting I've ever made, and I think it's really sweet that it won. And I'm sorry that I'm gonna have to take it out of your room.
So for the Best in Show category, I'd like to invite the LibArt committee up here, please, to hand out the award. Nikki's over there taking pictures. So we mixed it up a little bit this year. The committee used a rubric to narrow down our top 20 selections. And then from there, we went to our top 5. And then we distributed the top 5 to all of KU libraries. So all faculty and staff had the opportunity to vote on the best in category. So this is really an award from all of the people who work at the libraries to you. All of your work has been amazing. I hope you submit again next year. This year, our Common Work of our Best in Category, Best in Show. Best in Show. All right. Goes to Big Suspense. Neighbor Gale by Hayden Cogdell. So I collected some comments from some. They were able to put comments in when they voted. I was astonished to learn that this was a ceramic sculpture. The color and detail make the ceramic look like cast metal, just amazing. I love how the artist describes the journey with the piece to get to the end result. This reminds me of a line from Rilke, "Every angel terrifies." I pass this piece 10 times a week and still never lose interest. Knowing that this creation resembles a character that the artist has been developing for over 3 years is something I find so fascinating and impressive. As a fantasy enthusiast myself, this bust could be infused into any of my favorite books, games, and movies. The amount of effort to get a piece like this to be stable is impressive on its own, but the amount of detail I can see from just a picture alone is stunning.
so much. It's a bit nerve-wracking to have everybody know that I'm a massive nerd in front of 100 people. But I want to thank my family, and I want to thank my amazing D&D party for all of their support, who some of them are in here. Thank you for all of that, but thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity.
That concludes our awards. If you did receive an award, we'd ask you to hang around for a little bit after. There's still food and drinks back there. Mingle among yourselves, and thank you all for coming.